Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Brennan Brownell of Ionia Football. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. You know, it's always weird when you're looking at someone wearing one of your shirts. So, of course, Brendan is wearing one of my famous game day shirts. By the way, if you want one, you can send me a direct message on either social media platform, and yeah, you can get one yourself. Big thanks to Big Frog Custom T-shirts and Designs for designing the shirts. So Brendan, you guys, Ionia's kind of sitting at 2-2 right now on the season. Big win against Olivet. I know it's been an up and down kind of season, but what was it like to get a big win last week?
It was good to get a good win. It was good to beat a team like Olivet. Olivet, they haven't had a good start, but we beat them when they came into our place and we beat them. It was a good win. It's a good feeling to get that win after a humbling Portland loss.
Yeah. So coming off, coming off a tough game against Portland, and going into this big game against Olivet, what was that like? And because it's like you guys needed to win that game, or you don't want to be heading into week 5 1-3, and now in a better position at 2-2. What's that like? What was it like to come out after a tough loss to get a big win?
We had a big chip on our shoulder. We just knew right from then we had to beat them. It was the game we needed to win to get us in the right direction and move us forward.
Yeah. I know that traditionally, I know that this it's been a season where you've had to do a lot of the running at running back position, because I know that you share that position with your brother, but obviously some circumstances kind of changed that. But overall, how has it been just kind of taking that bulk, taking the bulk of the carries?
After my brother went down the first week in battling, I've just had to take a lot of the carries and move the team forward. We've had to go. It's just been me, but it's been good. Our linemen have been blocking great in the games we needed to win, and even in the losses. It humbles us, but it moves us forward.
Yeah. You guys are in a really good position right now heading into this big game with Charlotte. What's that going to be like? Because heading into this week, coming off after a big win, what do you guys feel like you need to do this week to kind of propel yourselves and put you in a good position for heading into week 6?
We need to have a really good week of practice. Today it started good. We had a really good practice. For the rest of the week, we gotta do what we gotta do to go in there and play as hard as we can, and whatever the outcome is what the outcome is.
Okay, so how do you think that I know we talked to you before the season started, but overall, what have you kind of really improved at heading from week 1 to now?
As a team or myself?
Both.
As myself, I've excelled on defense for sure, and on offense, I've been running the ball hard. Our team's been blocking really good in the moments we need to, and yeah, I think we both excelled as myself and as a team.
Yeah. So going into really just this is a group that you've been playing with since you were little. What's that like to just kind of play with all your friends that you've grown up with?
Oh, it's been good. It's nice to have the same exact team every single year. And this year it just feels different. My senior class and the junior class, it's a good 2 grades going forward.
Yeah. So going into this season, knowing that you're a senior and this is kind of your last go around in terms of high school.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like these next 5 weeks?
We want to have a big chip on our shoulder and make the rest of this year really good, and do what we can to make the playoffs.
Okay. All right. All right, Brennan, let's get, I know we got to know you a little bit last time, but let's get to know you a little bit more. How about that?
Sure.
All right. Favorite sports team?
My favorite sports team is the Lions. It's a rough loss last week or this week.
Ugh.
I drank the Kool-Aid after that first week, that Lions Kool-Aid, but we gotta have a good head going forward as a fan base.
Yeah. Um, let's see. What's your favorite movie?
Hmm. I would have to say my favorite movie is Top Gun.
Okay. Favorite TV or streaming show?
It's kind of basic, but I'm gonna go with Outer Banks.
That's what everyone's going with.
Yeah, it's the best show out of all of them, I think.
Let's see. If you could play, if there's a position that you haven't played in football that you really want to try, what would it be?
I would have to say defensive end. I'd love to be able to play defensive end. I think it'd be a cool position to play and try out.
Okay. Um, all right. Finally, not to put you on the spot, but what is something people do not know about you?
One thing I would say people don't know about me is I like probably my favorite thing to do on a weekend like that I don't have anything to do is go drive around. Like I like driving on the highway, driving anywhere really. That's one thing I would think people wouldn't know me
Interesting.
for.
Interesting. Um, all right. Well, Brennan, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck this weekend against Charlotte.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.